Hello, we're going to talk now about the main elements of content analysis. It's a very broad, preliminary introduction about the content analysis and its meaning. No? What we want to know, what is content analysis? Well, we have now in the next situation, we have down a lot of a qualitative research. It means we have made several interviews, or we have made several focus group. We have material. We have different qualitative material that have been already collected. We have down all those interviews, and at the same time, it's also transcript. And we have the transcription now. And what we want to analyze is the content of the discourses of the different agents. That's what we want to do. And in this sense, we are going to do this exactly a content analysis. And what is exactly to make a content analysis? What? But essentially, we have to say that this is we have to. This is the classical process of making content analysis. What we are going essentially is to create some codes. We have first to create some codes and codes. We have to group these codes and codes and assign meaning to them. We are going to generate explanation for larger blocks, and we are going to relate different elements to in another. This is essentially how what we do when we make content analysis. We have to say some elements that are important in order to do content analysis. The first thing is it's very difficult in general to begin a content analysis because we say that it could be said that this is a second verse of the research project because we have a lot of interviews, we have made a lot of material, but in this sense, we have not started how to analyze, and very often we don't know how to analyze, how can we do. And in this sense also, researchers are also in a position of solitude, facing data. Researchers are themselves in a solitude, facing data they must interpret. And there is also high levels of uncertainty about how to do. And this creates a certain pace that has been broken. We have to say that all the processes of quotation, not exactly quotation, but coding, all the process of coding implies some act of some creative procedure. You have in some sense creative in the sense to create the codes. And the main differences between different schools is how to be creative in the processes of coding. That is what create the different pathways of the content analysis. What in general is more, personally I defend, and is broadly extended, is to use what is called grounded theories that in generally is an inductive approach to try to develop codes according to the own according to the discourse of the agents. In this sense, what is try is a little bit a small mental experiment in the sense that researcher in some sense researchers have to clear their minds of preconception, try to include what is the rationality of the agent we have analyzed it, and with those elements we try to make a process of coding that could help to understand exactly what they are doing. This is in this sense, but they are going to use the very word and concepts, and that could help to understand the context and process different agents undergo. No, what is the what is the main critic is made to this kind of approaches? But the main critic is that require very trained researchers. So very often, novel researchers without much experience, it's very difficult that they could follow those recommendations. Um, and they wanted probably, I think, that is more structured, because in this sense there is nothing in advance. All depend exactly of the characteristics of the of the research as is conducted. In this sense, very often there is a relaxation of this assumption, and maintaining the basic principle, that is to remain, to clear the mind as much as possible, but flexibilizing more very much the ways in which question theories, flexibilizing many other elements of the methodology. Um, anyway, what is important in any case is to be very open to the possibility of unexpected finding our conclusion, because this is a little bit one of the specific elements of any qualitative research. Well, it's exactly what we want to do. We have to say that uh, also in other cases, and particularly after this element of grounded theories, very often there are another kinds of process of codification of the content analysis, and particularly there are more theoretical driven coding processes in which codes are created according to some theories that can help us exactly to codify how what means the different assertion of the different agents. And in fact, it's not this is not absolutely opposite. This is not incompatible with the existence of grounded theories. So finally, some mixed element is made in this sense of we create codes, we develop concepts, those concepts are putting together in different theories, and these theories could to this category contribute to explain different topics. This is a little bit the interaction between, and this is exactly one small introduction about what content theory is. So thank you very much.